Brian, we're talking about draft trades. I'm going to pitch something to you right now.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll catch it.
All right. If you are the Cardinals, is your number one priority trading down in this draft and getting a first round pick next year? I think it is. Like, you get one this year, obviously, whatever team you swap with, but you get there. I think it 100% needs to be your top priority because your team is going to, we've talked about how I think they are going to be in the running for worst team in the league. I do.
Yeah, see, that's why I don't think they need to trade. Like the Cardinals could take a very good player at 3 and still be the worst team in the league and still have the number 1 pick next year. Now,
true.
Sure, anytime you can get more value for your draft picks, that's great. But you have to be very good at drafting for that scenario to work.
That's true.
I think the Cardinals are just like an average at drafting.
They'll get their first round linebackers again.
It's hard because we don't know their new front office, right? They've got a whole regime change there. Like, if you're a Cardinals fan, you want to believe the changes they've made at the top, that they're going to be better. And I think there's just too much. It's unpredictable of what they would do. Their old staff, I would say, get too drunk, accidentally trade out of the 3 spot, but don't get the proper value.
Like, if they trade down even to the 5 spot, because if someone really wants to get a QB, they really want to go for an Anthony Richardson, they read his OPET and we're like, yes, we need to go get him. I think it just makes sense because I don't think I'm crazy, and I know he just got extended. I think with a new regime and he comes back and he doesn't look good, I don't think I'm crazy that if they have like the top pick in the draft, they don't go after a quarterback next year.
I mean, depending on who they like in this quarterback draft, depending on who's available at 3, they could just take a quarterback there. But yeah, they moved on off of Josh Rosen after a year.
But they just gave him a ton of guaranteed money. He's the second highest. Well, now probably not, but he actually still might be the second highest paid guaranteed. But
somebody would trade for Kyler Murray. A team would trade for him.
Sure.
I think the smartest thing for the Cardinals to do, though, is exactly what you said. If they can trade and stay in the top 8 or top 10, you still get a great player. You get an extra pick or 2. I mean, even just swapping with the Colts. Like, if the Colts are trying to avoid another team swooping in, that would be ideal because they're still probably going to get their top choice of defensive player. They need defensive line. They need edge. Need corner. They need everything on defense.
It's just the Cardinals are in a really bad spot, but can also be in a really good spot to start over from scratch and say they had.
Think about it this way. If they drafted a quarterback, it fills an immediate need, right? You're looking at one of the QB. You're looking at quarterbacks who are ready to come in and play right away. There's a couple of those guys. You play them. Why Kyler's hurt? If they look good, if they sell you that they're the future, then you can just move on from Kyler Murray. You can trade him. Maybe you eat some salary for a year.
You're gonna.
You got a cheap quarterback, so you can do it. And there's also all these rumors that the Texans might not draft a quarterback at 2.
Yeah, what is going on with it's
asinine.
Getting weird.
It's getting weird. Stupid. But 2, it's the Texans, so don't. I believe it. I don't think DeMeco Ryans would let that happen, but you never know. He's a defensive guy. He could be confident enough to say, "Look, this team can win with defense." Don't think that's going to happen.
Dude.
But let's just say, if the Texans don't take a quarterback at 2, they just draft
Will Anderson.
Then the Cardinals got what? There's either Bryce Young or CJ Stroud available.
See, I don't think they'll pull the trigger this year.
I would do it.
I think you trade out of it.
I would trade Kyler Murray to the Oakland Athletics. Boom.
Right now, Kyler Murray's dead. Just to give you, I know it obviously doesn't mean, but his dead cap this season is $97 million. The contract is he got a ton of guaranteed money.
Yeah.
And next year his base salary goes from $2 million to $37 million.
So that's the thing. Like, you're the Cardinals. You could do this season with who's their quarter? Who's even going to start at this moment?
They got oh my God, who'd they get?
They have Colt McCoy. They've got Jeff Driscoll and David Blau.
David Blau, that's what he went. Yeah.
So like, you're gonna rock with Colt McCoy, or just draft a rookie and see what happens.
This would be amazing though if the Texans Texaned it and they really didn't draft a QB. That value at that number 3 pick just skyrocketed to the moon, because then a team like the Raiders goes, oh my God, we don't have to get like Will Levis. Like, let's go and get CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. Like it becomes a home run for them. So I think they wait till draft day, but I don't think you draft a QB. I think you embrace the suck, figure out who's good. You could go get your defensive player, but you try and get as much value out of that number 3 pick as possible. And then go, you know what? For half the season, we're probably not going to be good. When Kyler comes back, this will be his audition in front of the new regime. And if he doesn't pass it, we'll think about doing something else.
Yeah. Like if the
Texans, the money is a problem. The money is the issue.
If the Texans did not pick, I take a quarterback if I'm the Cardinals. But their money's not a problem.
No, for Kyler Murray's money. Like the money that they owe him.
Like, they would be taking another player that would be paid just as much if they take a quarterback right there. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy too is that they gave him this huge extension, which everybody knew, right? Like, we all knew, it's like, he's gonna get paid a lot of money. There's not really a lot of results / production to say, yeah, he was worth that kind of money. But they were just between a rock and a hard place, and they kind of had to do it. But now he gets hurt. Things have fallen off so much. People, like, great players, want to abandon ship. Yeah, JJ Watt, who also retires, and you're kind of left in like, we could go full rebuild mode because we are going to be bad this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be time. It's going to the Cardinals are in a very unique place. So that'd be dope. Get Willow.
That's why I put Kyler Murray on the list as draft day trades, Tom.